This is the making of Grima Wormtongue. We were making the film Lord of the Rings. One of the characters, Grima Wormtongue, was an essential character because he was originally the one to deceive King Theoden and deceive basically the whole country of Rohan. When Gandalf said, "Keep your fork turned behind your mouth," it essentially built up his character to be the slimy snake, and the slimy snake of the whole film. Just like in the Bible, how the snake deceives Adam and Eve, I think that Brad Dourif built his character upon that concept.
I was picked for the part because of my fair complexion. They thought it would contrast, so they dyed my hair black. And it was just a really nice contrast to add to the depth and darkness of my character. I just really was happy to be a part of the production. Although he's kind of a gross, creepy character, they knew I was the one right away.
We decided on doing more of a slimy, snakish character, and he was portrayed very well in the film as a slimy, snakish character. Very fluid movements, like a snake almost. When the snake slithers along the ground, it's very, very fluid and very shifty movements, like a snake. And that helped a lot because it built up his character in that way. Another thing, I was talking to Brad Dourif, and he's like, I think one point he actually went on the ground and he was slithering like a snake on his belly, which is essentially the lowest form that he could get into just to get into character. And being the snake like that, it's the lowest animal to the ground, so it's the lowest life form basically in the animal kingdom, and it helped a lot with his character.
When I was working with my pet snakes, I felt like I became a snake. Actually, at one point, I got down on set and was slithering on my belly just to become a snake and just feel how it would feel to be a snake. I think it really helped develop my character into something quite larger than we had expected.
I'm a makeup artist, and I use lots of shadowing on the guy. I don't remember his name. I use lots of white to make him light in the face, and shadowing around his cheeks and under his eyes to make him snake-like.
When choosing the lighting for Grima Wormtongue, we had to take in consideration that he had gone to the bad side, so whenever Grima Wormtongue was with the king, the room was always dark and full of darkness.
Production team for the making of Grima Wormtongue, they worked really, really hard, and I was really proud of them, and they just did an amazing job.
Grima Wormtongue never went outside because it was light out, and he worked for the dark, so we had to really portray that he was evil and dark. When he finally got kicked out and was outside, his face was so light from being kept up in the darkness.
I made him look dead because he was corrupted by evil so much that he was no longer living for himself.
For a while there, the lyingful and deceitfulness of a snake really got to me, and I just became a snake and just lied. Everything I said was a lie and just wrong and deceitful, and I'm usually a good person. Like, I'm just generally a nice person, and this character just really got to me in my heart.
I think Grima Wormtongue is a realistic character because it does happen a lot in today's society where there's a lot of deception and betrayal. Not a whole lot, I guess, but there is enough. And he just seems like a realistic character, and I I think the actor we got had to be a lot like Grima Wormtongue because they had to connect. And I think that the actor we chose fit him perfectly because he did go through troubles in his life.
At the age of 10, I was an alcoholic. By 12, I was in rehab. At the age 13 and a half, I shaved my head. But I've just come to realize, like, the corruptness of Hollywood just got to me, just like Wormtongue and The Ring.
I thought Wormtongue was kind of like a snake, maybe where he got his name, but like, because he's long and lanky, and that's where I got this design to make him kind of evil and really long, and his hands really long, and he kind of slithered and drew people in, kind of. So that's where I got my original design from, kind of. This was the end sketch to Wormtongue. As you can see, there's a lot more detail in this one.
I think that the simile when Gandalf used Wormtongue, I think it was Wormtongue, keep your forked tongue in your mouth. I think it was that. But I think that simile had a lot to do with the character development because he is a snake essentially, and the forked tongue just adds a whole lot to it. And when Gandalf, it was just so powerful, and the way Gandalf said it was powerful too, and just shut Grima right down.
Me and Grima were a lot alike. We were both corrupt, and that's why I felt I could play this character to its full potential. And I just think I got away from my corruption and free and back on my feet, but I don't know if Grima can.
I don't know much about the character, but I'm a really, really good makeup artist.
I love it! I love it! I love it! I love it! I love it!